If you are a revenue leader and you're thinking about all of the ways that you can build more pipeline, then listen up. Let me share a few tips on what I would do if I was in your position. One of the first things that we need to do is switch our mind to how our marketing leaders, directors, and CMOs are thinking about the buyer journey. That's the first thing. Because what marketing do when they're trying to drive top of funnel is they sit around a table, they argue with you a little bit, but fundamentally they sit around the table and they think, how do we increase the awareness of our business, of the issue, of the challenges, of the opportunities that we see in our key target addressable market? That's the first thing they do. Now, what we want to do is translate that into our teams, our customer facing teams. And we want to say, in helping to increase the awareness for our prospects, the people that we really want to, who we feel are going to be in the best position to get value from our solutions, in trying to raise that awareness, what is it that they need to understand? What is it that they need to answer at this stage in their journey? And at the top of the funnel, when we are trying to bring people in, they're usually going to be in two stages. They're going to be in early research, figuring out, which is what we start to think about when we say awareness, right? They're raising the awareness and their own internal understanding of issues, challenges, opportunities, great things, strategy, all those things. But they're also in review. There's going to be some people that we catch, right? And we're like, wow, they're in market. This is right at the right time. They've got an RFI and they're ready to rock and roll. So those people in review are great, but they're few and far between. The majority of individuals that we're going to interact with, that our sales teams are going to be interacting with, are people who are really early on in their research phase. Now, think about the things that you do when you're about to buy a product or solution. You're online, you're looking at stuff, you have questions about the products and the services, you're going to blogs, you're going on rating websites, trying to figure out, how good is this? What kind of products are out there? Do I even care? How much does it cost? What kind of service can I get? Do I need that kind of service? How technical am I if it's a technical solution? Do I need support with that? All of these questions. So when we are doing our top of funnel activities, what we should really be thinking about is, what can I get my salespeople to do to help prospects answer the fundamental questions that they have at this stage in their journey? Okay, so you're thinking, how do we even get started with something like this? So here's what I would do. Set up a session with your revenue team. Okay, so inside sales reps, your account executives, and your account managers, let's just say. And you know what? Bring in customer success, because they're always getting left out. And what you should do is write down top of funnel and ideally put down awareness and consideration. So those are the two really early stages in a buyer journey. So awareness is, we are raising our awareness of an issue, challenge, or an opportunity. And we are trying to figure out if it's a thing for us. And we are trying to figure out and agree upon a consensus that we have a shared perspective on this thing. That's awareness. The next stage is around consideration. Now, I'm going to be thinking about the different options that are available to me in order to address this issue, challenge, or opportunity. So, as an organization, as a team, sit down and do this exercise where you put that on the whiteboard or on the Zoom whiteboard or whatever virtual setup you have, and say, what are the 10, 20, 30, 40 questions that we think a prospect is going to have at that early stage in their buying journey that we can help them answer? Now, I'm going to tell you something. I've worked with a lot of revenue teams, a lot of CROs and VPs of sales. I've even stepped into that role myself. And I never have ever see this kind of detail go into helping our reps to have better conversations that buyers actually want to have. Now, why would a buyer say no to you helping them figure things out? Nobody has time for anything. And if you have a shortcut for me, then I'm going to take you on that. So we want to figure out, what are those questions that they have and how would we go about answering them? That's essentially it. Marketing are figuring this out by doing a lot of digital, one-to-many communications. Sometimes they go a little bit lower, one to a few, but essentially one-to-many, big bang marketing campaigns. But we need to get down to the detail, because when we're going out and we're reaching out to prospects, our fundamental role as inside reps is to figure out really quickly, What can we say to buy their time to move them through to the next stage in their buying journey, or to help facilitate them where they are? It's not how do we put them in a headlock and drag them through our sales processes. What do they need right now at that early stage? What can I give them, and how can I invite that conversation to make it logical? So run that exercise. Let me know how you get on, and also let me know if you need some help.